making the most of this. Going across, it's quite an easy shot to play. Perfect timing.
Yep, and then the bowler over pitches from bowling too short. That's just lack of discipline in the bowling. And everybody who's seen Chris Woakes back knows he's no mug. He can play. Ball, that's a good under ball. That's very much like how Cook got out. Didn't do anything wrong except the ball kept low, and that's about the second one we've seen only.
Yeah, I think this is what we're going to see more of over the next few days. I don't think we'll see a huge amount of movement through the air, but we'll certainly see a little bit of uneven bounce.
Bowl, no bowl. That's hit him on the arm. I don't know what happened there. A little bounce maybe, or misjudged it.
Yeah, I think it's just a little bit of extra bounce. It's hit that right arm. So far in this over, we've seen that ball that's gone a little bit low, and now one that's just bounced off a length. So yeah, it'll be sore for Chris Woakes just for a couple of minutes, but I think he'll be looking at the pitch thinking, well, that's not too bad for us. We've got 324 on the board already.
Lovely. He's in good touches, Chris Woakes. He looks a proper player to be batting so far down the order. I'll be thrilled to get this opportunity as a night watchman.
Well, this is all about timing, just the timing of the feet going towards the ball, and then just look at that, beautiful hand position. He just leans on it.
Oh, beautifully done. What a throw that was. And that's a six. Amazing timing from Woakes. Putting the middle order batsman to shame, isn't he?
He's just using the pace beautifully there. That's a shot generated from one-day cricket and utilised superbly there to keep England's scoreboard moving.
That's nicely worked away on the onside. And it's a four. He's looking good at the crease, Chris Woakes.
That was the error that Yasir Shah made a few times yesterday. Just a little bit too short. It just sits up nicely for the batsman to have time to place the ball.
That's 150. What a knock. What a knock from Joe Root. He's an exceptional talent.
And he's clearly set his stall out to make this a really big one. Perfect opportunity. 141 not out overnight. He's taken nearly an hour over these 9 runs today.
What a shot that was. If anybody's wondering why he wins, nicks it, and this guy keeps on hitting those from the middle of the bat. It's the position and the swing plane of the bat.
This is one of the shots of the match, actually. Just caressed. Gorgeous timing, placement, effortless.
Well, that one kept low, but he managed well. He's siding the ball back, Joe Root.
It's the 50 partnership between Root and Woakes, and just keeping his eye on the ball, playing it late. Agony, more agony for Yasir. For 118 now.
That runs away with the angle. Just a deflection. When when you're really in on a pitch as true and pacey as this, you can score at all the angles. Well, this morning everybody will be watching Joe Root, 141 not out, thinking he'd go on quickly to a double 100, but it's been Wokes who's been scoring, and he showed what a competent player he is. Oh, is that a drop catch? I think it is. That is the first error by Joe Root in an innings that's lasted 283 balls. Lovely delivery. I tell you what we've seen from Yasir Shah today is more flight. He's got the ball up in the air, drifts in, and then it spins. Yep, that's a chance. Nicely played, based entirely on the length of the ball. With the bat parallel, you can do anything with that seam stroke if the bounce is true. Well, they've done a lot of hard work this morning of these two batsmen, and now they're reaping the rewards. The last 10 minutes, they're beginning to play shots. Runs are coming, the scoreboard's ticking around. England very much on top now. Very good, Joe Root. Down low, he knows the spot he's going to pick. And whoa, this is some innings. Well, they're ticking now, both these batsmen. Momentum's picked up from playing carefully in the first hour. Now they're switching the pressure back on the bowlers. Second Test match 50. Wokes backing up his 50 at Lords against Sri Lanka. Terrific summer for this Warwickshire cricketer. That's the way to play, you man. Somebody gives you an opportunity as night watchman, you take it with both hands. Next morning, bat well, make them remember you. Always a nice moment when 400's on the board, particularly if there are still 6 wickets in hand and plenty of time in the match. Good crowd in at Old Trafford today, and great affection for Joe Root, increasingly so for Chris Wokes as well.
And that single takes him into the top 10 in terms of the highest scores here at Old Trafford. Amir Sahel, double century, 205 back in 1992, Amir.
That good old days. I was very lucky to have a flat pitch.
Well, there's some great names. Joe Root just keeps ticking the boxes. He's breaking records, and he's putting himself right up there with the greats of the game. Nicely done. Very nicely done. The 100 partnership. It's one of skill and control, and at times they've made it look very, very easy.
And I'm sure Pakistan team is going to remember this for a long time. It's an important partnership.
Simple. Just plays it a little bit too soon, Chris Wokes. Just trying to force the issue. It's that change of angle round the wicket that has worked for Yasir Shah. And you can just see the disappointment in his face. He knew that there was a chance for 3 figures here.
Dare not call him a night watchman from here on. He backed it like a proper batsman. Good contribution from Wokes. He departs after 58, and it's 4-1-4 for 5.
Well, great to see Ben Stokes back in the England side. It's been a while. He had that knee operation. He had a good week at Southport, playing for Durham last week. Bowled plenty of overs, got a few runs. This is the perfect platform for a player of his style. Sharp spin. That's the threat of Yasir Shah when he just gets a wicket or two, and some of those footballs starting to develop outside the left-hander's off stump. It goes sharp, and that's promising for England, because that's the first one that's really gone and bounced as well. Lovely timing. It's going to be the first boundary for Ben Stokes. Just over pitching Yasir Shah.
Oh, he's in a good nick. Got to the pitch of the ball, hit the ball from the face of the bat.
Everything set up by the partnership between Alistair Cook and Joe Root yesterday, and then endorsed by the partnership between Joe Root and Chris Wokes today. We know that Ben Stokes has just gone out there. Johnny Bairstow, Moeen Ali, even Stuart Broad, to be fair to him, still to come. So a lot of stroke makers and hopefully a lot of fun. England 4:27 for 5 at lunch. Hello again from Old Trafford, where England continue to hold all the aces. 427 for 5. Joe Root unbeaten with 185, and Ben Stokes has just come to the wicket. Oh, that shot off Ben Stokes' back. Amazing. If you want any evidence of the size and power of the modern bat, that's it, because he's hitting that towards mid-on. I think even he's astounded by that.
Bowler's not happy. There was an initial screech of possible LBW because I thought he defeated the bat, but these bats all just ping off. In fact, he got it off the middle in the end.
Didn't he? I couldn't have been more wrong. Look at that. Right off the middle. That's a good, powerful hit. It'll skip down the pitch. That's why Ben Stokes excites crowds. No one who saw it will ever forget the 258 in Cape Town.
No, especially the bowlers who got deposited for 12 sixes in that innings, and he was attempting one there, but didn't quite get it in the end.
And back. Don't know that there's much he can do about it.
Amazing to think that the star batsman in this England summer so far, Johnny Bairstow, hasn't even got in yet. We've had nearly a day and a half's cricket.
This is a good contest. The leg spinner is tired, he's bought a lot of overs. Bowling in the rough, Stokes is going to hit it. There's any chance at all. Look at that, he just caressed that, and it's gone so fast, way ahead of the fielder. He's bristling, you can tell.
Well, these are the perils of looking to ball into the rough. If it doesn't land in the rough, it'll allow the batsman to free his arms just back of the lane. Easy pickings.
There it is, gone straight up in the air. That somebody, oh, is going to be safe. Oh, slipped, short leg, looked at each other. The man deep couldn't get there. I sensed it. You could tell he was bristling with that intent. I'm going to smack him somewhere. And he has. Top edge it straight up. Nobody's got to it. Yeah, a chance, but he's missed it. He hasn't picked it up. There was a chance there. Picked it up one-handed. Root was only halfway down the pitch.
Wasn't a great idea to have a fieldsman at point with the pads on.
Oh, bowl. Play, good cricket. When it does turn, it's awkward. It just hits the foothold. Just getting his singles, Joe Root, being very careful about this, trying to get to that double 100. And a slow ball there. That's a 50 partnership. The 2 again. Oh no. Stokes turning fast, but he gets caught out by the bowler. He's complained to the umpire, but there's nothing wrong with that. We'll have Breers stopped at the end of his follow-through. There's nothing wrong. He's entitled to stand there. The batsman must run around him. And there it is. Been getting singles all afternoon, and that's his double century. Well played, you man. See how thrilled he is.
And satisfied too. One of the most elegant innings you will ever see. He was an epitome of calm, and at the same time his stroke play was magnificent. Outstanding innings from an outstanding player.
201 is Joe's highest score in Test match cricket. Played nicely, carefully. I think England might want him now to try and play a few shots and hurry the scoring rate along. They're 471 for 5. We're in a great position. Round the wicket. Oh, that nearly gloved him. First ball around the wicket. I think they might review this. The bowler and the wicketkeeper wonder if Ben Stokes got a glove on that. They have reviewed it. Oh, I don't know if he didn't glove that. The umpire wouldn't get a good view of that because he's actually turned. Is that a mark? It just looked to me as if it might have brushed the glove, but for the third umpire, he has to be clear that that has hit the glove because the umpire on the field didn't give him out. Well, I think Snicko's saying, like me, there's a brush of the glove. I thought so. That was what I saw in real time. Very difficult for the umpire to see in real time because by the time Stokes had swung right around the back of the glove. A very disappointed young man, but I agree with the umpire and Snicko. A nice 34 of 51 balls. Leaves England 471 for 6.
Shot from Bairstow. Great pace on the shot, enabling them to get back for 2. The problem for Joe Root here is going to be that he's been batting for nearly 10 hours, and suddenly you've got a Jack Rabbit out there herring up and down. And that's earned him a nice full toss. Just about the first really ranked ball that Yasir Shah has bowled, certainly an over-pitched version anyway. Oh, and that's a drop. Well, fortune favouring the brave. Bairstow's come out playing lots of shots. And, well, he should have held that, really. Bad luck to the bowler. It was quite a big edge, actually. And a triple juggle. And a little push for a quick single brings up the England 500. Neat shot from Joe Root, all Yorkshire out there at the moment. And all Lancashire applaud. wield the bat as fast as Bairstow. Edges can go very quickly to the boundary, take some catching.
Well, career best for Joe Root. He's got his double century, and it's the career best for the Bairstow. Look at the size of this one. Tremendous effort from the Old Trafford crowd. The party stand. There's all sorts in there. Mexicans, nuns, monks, Batman. It's been a real team effort. And it's growing. Now then. Good running from Bairstow. He is quick. Oh, that's wonderful. Very similar to Johnny Bairstow's stroke just recently, where he's into position so soon, so quickly, picking up length fast. 50 partnership now between Root and Bairstow. Well, great applause. The Snakes reach the top of the stand. First time in the history. Tremendous achievement. Lovely wrist again from Joe Root, taking him to double Nelson, and remarkably that's 100 runs now that he's scored of the 222 in singles. Just look at the breakdown of the innings: 100 ones, 12 twos, 2 threes and 23 fours.
Warm congratulations from Misbah Haq. You can't want for better than that. The spirit between the sides has been excellent. An innings from Joe Root that has assumed epic proportions. 226 he's made, unbeaten at tea on the second day. Johnny Bairstow unbeaten with 32, and just about everybody getting in and making something of these fine batting conditions here at Old Trafford. A very difficult call for all of the bowlers. It's been hard work for Yasir. Look at that, 52 overs, 1 for 193. England 533 for 6 at tea then. Joe's the hero.
After tea, what is going to happen now? How quickly are England going to try and score? That's really the question on everybody's lips. Oh, that's a very wide-ish ball for Azhar Ali. That just says hit me. Way wide of leg stump. That's a help yourself ball. I'm sure he is an occasional bowler. Looks it, just tosses it up and hopes they don't hit it. Oh, well, that's almost a full toss, and he's hit that hard. That's going to beat the man on the boundary, especially when he got 200. Well, and then the sweet shot a la Colin Cowdrey. He used to play that very fine. A good sweeper, Joe, all kinds. It's a strong mind to be bowling on this surface. And you've already bowled 52 overs and England 565 for 6. Oh, they're going to clatter everything. Look at that racing away. That's the power and precision of Bairstow. Misfield, under partnership as well. This is what happens. 250 for Root, everything's happening, good for England. Crowd are up, look, most of them are England supporters. Oh, this is up in the air, this is who's going to catch it, anybody? Could be safe, could be safe. Oh, it's got it. Wonderful catch. Mohammed Hafiz, he's been feeling slip a lot of the time. Hasn't been in the outfield. Not allowed to bowl, he's still suspended with his action. But after that great catch, the applause is for Joe Root.
Great judgment actually by Mohamed Hafiz. That takes a lot of concentration to take that, and it takes a lot of concentration to play an innings like that too. An epic innings, Mark Nicholas called it, and absolutely was. Unfortunately, he missed by 2, the record by an England player on this ground, but still, 254 by Joe Root. What a fantastic